And thanks, Collins, for leading us into our break on the show. He says Colonel Tawambang is distancing himself from Tamambang, from the consortium.
Yeah.
Was that predictable?
It was predictable because those thing was created on falsehood. Pure lies. It is just manipulation.
And his name is actually enshrined in the summons, the direct summons that was served the bishops.
Which means that if I were Tamambang, is it Simon Che, whatever?
Simon Che Tamambang, Colonel.
Yeah. If I was him, I will now file a court case against whoever had to
use his name. That's impersonification or whatever.
Usurpation of title. Or because you had to usurp his name on something that he had nothing to do. I think what he has to do is now to sue the individuals behind that, because it should not continue that way. And the other thing, as I was saying, is that people sometimes think that the Catholic Church or the Christian movement in West Cameroon did something which is just. The church has always to be on the side of the people. If they said in the communique or what they issued, listing all the grievances of Anglophones, it is the reality. The problem of the government of Paul Biya is that you have a group of Anglophone elites who are there in Yaoundé who are unable to tell the truth to Paul Biya. But on the other hand, there is one journalist in this house. His name is Anani Binji Rabier. Although he doesn't speak English, you can bring him here. He went on STV and said that the Anglophones were deceived, which is true. We have been deceived in this union. Do you imagine that it's only 56 years later that at the National School of Magistracy or whatever that they are creating something?
Administration and Magistracy.
The other day, I think it was last year, I was shocked at that time. Mabengo was the Minister of Defense. He went down to Victoria and was presiding over a military ceremony and speaking in French. What an insult.
No, but you know he has never spoken English. He has never spoken English. Mabengo has never spoken English.
Yeah, but then you cannot go, for example, in Victoria, where it's an Anglophone region and you speak in French. You cannot go to the police academy in Mutenge and you teach people in French.
If Cameroon is bilingual, both languages should be spoken.
Of course, yes.
There is a logic what you're saying, right?
Yes.
Logically speaking, we are a bilingual country, which means that you can speak both language wherever you
find
yourself. But the thing is that it has
circumstances.
The thing is that it has always been a one-way traffic. Those who speak French are Anglophones and Francophones don't speak English. And that if you go into Anglophone Cameroon, whatever they do in this country, they have sold and marketed this country that it is a purely English, French-speaking country, and that has to stop.
Now,
we cannot accept that our educational system should be defiled. I'm now quoting to conclude. There's one MP here called Oyono Matan who said the Francophones are like viruses. They want to destroy the little thing that we have left in this country, and it has to stop.
We have barely 10 minutes to go to the end of the show today, but we are not able to have the legal counsel for Colonel Tamambang come on the panel to present the disclaimer. He promised he would do so. The scaremongering may probably be continuing. But Keja Henry, what explains this turnaround, such a volte-face in the heat of a crisis? How could he pull out?
Who?
His name was inscribed in the summons. Was
he
scared into chickening out?
Yes. If that is averred that he's making a disclaimer, then one could easily interpret that he's carried away from whatever storm that might cause. But then, if to go by Annie Collins, if the bishops actually expressed satisfaction when they listened to the count, and that was commendable of the bishops, and probably heave a sigh of smile, but to say that was just madness. But Tamambang, we had said, if he feels that he is not the one behind such a thing, then he should come out and sue those he suspects are behind, who have usurped his title and identity and name. Because remember, we were seeing here the last time that Tamambang and Lieutenant Colonel Terence Sama,
who has still not spoken.
No,
I mean Terence Sama in particular. He has still not made any formal statement.
In fact, we've not even heard anything about him again.
So he remains the lone leader of the consortium, which some have declared a two-man
affair, a two-man organization, which is, to go by Rene Sadi's injunction, illegal. And the bishops had earlier said that they don't recognize this group because they are not even part of the Parent-Teacher Association or representing the Parent-Teacher Association. Okay. But don't forget, Annie Collins said something very important, that the big people are the ones not sending their children to school because the church says our doors are open. Now the church door is open. If you don't want to go into the church to pray and you are haunted by the devil, then it is your problem. Okay. Now, remember Okalia Bilai sometime was crusading for this, but he discovered that his entourage, he turned and looked, hey, Mr. Tarike, you are the director of my cabinet, but why is your own son not in school? So it means they are shooting their legs.
Okay, now here's a quote from the direct summons dated 03/04/2017 and served the bishops of the Bamenda Ecclesiastical Province. Quote,